Every day you wake up is a blessing. But what if your very morning routine is quietly stealing years from your life? You might think your habits are harmless, even helpful. But science, psychology, and thousands of heartbreaking stories say otherwise. Seniors across the world are unknowingly walking a slow path toward frailty, dependence, and even early death, simply because of what they do in the first 60 minutes after waking up. This video isn't just a list, it's a wake-up call, and if you ignore habit number 3, it might be too late. 1. Waking up without a purpose. For many seniors, retirement brings a long-awaited freedom. No alarms, no schedules, no obligations. But what often feels like a blessing slowly turns into a silent threat, waking up without a purpose. It sounds harmless. After all, haven't you earned the right to rest? But science tells a darker story. A life without purpose is one that accelerates both physical and mental decline. Numerous studies show that older adults who lack a sense of daily meaning are more prone to depression, loneliness, cognitive deterioration, and even early death. Why? Because the brain isn't just a passive organ. It needs direction. It needs reasons. Without them, it starts shutting down systems that seem no longer useful. That means your memory, your drive, even your immune system can weaken, simply because you no longer have something to look forward to each day. Psychologists refer to this as existential drift. It's when a person loses emotional momentum. You're technically alive, but you're no longer really living, just floating. This state increases cortisol levels, disrupts sleep cycles, and even triggers inflammatory responses in the body. Over time, it becomes a silent killer. There's also a social cost. Seniors who lose purpose tend to withdraw from family, from friends, from society. And once that withdrawal begins, it becomes harder and harder to reconnect. You stop calling. You stop accepting invites. You stop being missed. It's important to understand, purpose doesn't mean productivity. It doesn't mean going back to work or running errands all day. Purpose can be as simple as planning a phone call, writing a letter, tending a small garden, or walking the dog. What matters is intentionality, waking up and knowing that the day has a role for you, however small. Take Helen, 76. After her husband died, she spent 2 years waking up to nothing. No goals, no plans. Her health spiraled, her memory faded, and she rarely left bed before noon. Everything changed when she began writing letters to her grandchildren every morning. Her energy returned, her mood lifted. She had something to say, and someone to say it to. So ask yourself tomorrow morning, why am I getting out of bed? If the answer is unclear, that's not freedom. That's danger. Create meaning before life makes you meaningless. Your health, your mind, and your legacy depend on it. 2. Checking the news. First thing. It starts with a simple gesture. Reaching for your phone, turning on the TV, or opening the newspaper. Just to see what's going on in the world, you tell yourself. But what begins as a harmless routine can quietly prime your body for a day of stress, anxiety, and physical tension, especially as you age. Here's the problem. Your brain is most sensitive in the first 30 minutes after waking. This is when your cortisol levels are naturally elevated to help you transition from sleep to wakefulness. Add a surge of bad news, war, crime, political chaos, financial instability, and you're dumping gasoline on a flame that was already burning. The result? A biochemical storm that triggers hypertension, heart palpitations, mental fatigue, and even depression. You may not feel it immediately, but over time this routine rewires your emotional baseline. Seniors who consume alarming or sensationalized content in the morning are statistically more prone to chronic anxiety disorders, disrupted sleep, and even shortened lifespan due to stress-induced inflammation. And there's a deeper danger: learned helplessness. Repeated exposure to negative news without any sense of control trains your brain to believe that the world is dangerous, that you're powerless, and that there's no point in trying to improve anything, including your own health. This mindset silently poisons your motivation, making you less likely to eat well, exercise, or engage with others. Why bother if everything is falling apart? Let's not forget the emotional toll. Seniors often live alone. The news becomes their only conversation, their only company. And when that companion is screaming panic, death, and division every morning, it's no wonder so many feel scared, angry, or numb by lunch. Take Robert, 68. After retirement, he began watching cable news every morning for company. Within a year, his wife noticed changes: paranoia, frequent health complaints, a reluctance to leave the house. His blood pressure rose and his sleep deteriorated. The solution wasn't medicine, it was removing the morning trigger. Fix this now. Create a morning routine that feeds your nervous system, not fries it. Replace news with calming input: a short walk, soft music, a guided meditation, or journaling. If you want to stay informed, set a time later in the day, after you've stabilized emotionally. Your mind is a garden. What you plant first thing in the morning grows strongest. Sow peace, not panic. 3. Skipping breakfast or eating light. This is the silent killer. Many seniors believe that skipping breakfast or eating just a slice of toast keeps them light and healthy. The truth? It's metabolically catastrophic. After age 60, muscle mass and blood sugar stability become fragile. Skipping breakfast accelerates muscle loss, cognitive fog, and even increases fall risk. Meet John, 72. He lived alone, always skipped breakfast, felt proud of staying lean. One fall on his porch shattered his hip and ended his independence. His muscle mass had eroded silently over years. Fix. Prioritize protein. A simple omelet, Greek yogurt, even a protein shake. Breakfast is no longer optional. It's survival. 4. Moving straight to the couch. Many seniors think they deserve to rest in the morning, and maybe they do. But the body doesn't understand reward. It only understands stimulus. Sitting immediately after waking up tells your system, today we don't need energy. The result? Sluggish circulation, muscle stiffness, increased joint pain, and higher mortality risk from sedentary behavior. Fix. Begin your day with 10 minutes of motion, gentle stretching, walking in place, even dancing to your favorite old tune. Movement is the medicine your blood is begging for. 5. Replaying old regrets. You stare at the ceiling. You think about who's no longer here, the mistakes you made, the time you wasted. This mental habit is invisible, but no less lethal. Chronic rumination has been linked to a higher risk of dementia, depression, and cardiovascular events in seniors. Eleanor, 69, spent her mornings reliving her divorce. She died of a stroke at 70. Her daughter said she hadn't smiled in years. Fix. Rewire your brain. Keep a win journal near your bed. Every morning, write one thing you did right in life. Start your day in gratitude, not guilt. You're still here, and that means there's still time. 6. Not drinking water upon waking. After 6 to 8 hours of sleep, your body is dehydrated. Blood is thicker. The heart works harder. For a 65-plus person, this increases the chance of stroke, heart attack, and mental fog. And yet, millions of seniors reach for coffee first. It's like pouring gasoline into a dry engine. Fix. Before anything else, drink a full glass of water. Add lemon if you like. Rehydrate before you caffeinate. It's the cheapest form of life extension known to man. Seven. Starting the day in total silence. You might think silence is peaceful, but for aging brains, complete silence is a signal of isolation. Especially for widows and retirees, silence reinforces neural atrophy, speeds up emotional detachment, and worsens memory retention. The brain, like the body, decays without stimulation. One woman admitted she hadn't spoken a word before noon in 5 years. Her family described her as fading, even while alive. Fix. Begin your day with a voice. Call someone. Listen to a podcast. Speak to yourself in the mirror. Don't start the day like you're already gone. Aging isn't what kills us. Habits do. And most seniors don't die from what happens to them. They fade because of what they ignore. But you're here. You've read this. That means you have the awareness most never gain. Fix habit number 3 today. Tomorrow isn't promised. But it can be better, stronger, sharper, and it all begins the moment you open your eyes.